times of disaster. I will not go through that content, you already know now. And the reason why we are focusing on women is because when disasters happen or strike, it is women and children that are most affected. It is women that are raped when there is a war. It is women that die in the houses with the children. A man will run and leave a child behind, but a mother will never run. The mother will never leave a child in a flood, but the father will run away. So it is us women who are always there in these tough moments. And therefore we need to get in a place where we are participating in these key things when they happen. In response, in preparation. Yesterday so we looked at preparedness. In recovery, that's because we are the most vulnerable. Women, girls and children. That means in my language we say, I don't know how it is said here.
The owner of the dead is the one who
holds the smelling part. Okay? So we purposely targeted women because you are the owner of the problem. So when it happens, you have to take action. Therefore, if you do not have the knowledge, skills, and experience, you will not be able to take action.
What I've learned is today is how I'm going to prepare about disaster, any crisis, because it has not been all that okay with us. We have been having disaster, let me say with floods, but it has been very hard for me to find out how to solve it out. But today I've got a way of solving it. Should prepare myself, should find a way of responding, should find a way of recovering. And what surprises me is, I didn't know that me as a woman, I have a right, and I need to lead the rest. I need to guide other people, and also to advise them on issues of disaster in case of any occurrence in their homes, in their villages, their parishes, in any level. A woman has that right to motivate and help the rest.
I've learned a lot from this program, whereby I've been capacitated with the ability to stand in as a woman, to represent other women in my sub-county, to see that we can fight against all the injustices put onto the women. I'm surprised. I've learned many things which I didn't know. I didn't know that some of the women can even have a motherly heart to an extent. I was told the story where somebody was amputated and still went ahead falling for the husband or dying for that man who did that. So really women, we have a kind heart, and I feel like if we are put in the politics or when we join the female leadership, we can cause a great change in these communities of ours, more so in my sub-county. I've learned about climate change and some of the issues, the problems, and I feel like when I go back to my village, my sub-county Kangole, I want to go and advise and sensitize women on how they can change to help to control the environment so that they don't fall a culprit of these slow climatic changes which are going to affect in the future generation.
I am so grateful of the training that I've been involved in. More so the things that have been crucial to lives, and most of the people do not know, especially the women. The thing that I am so much concerned of, which has really affected very many people, it's about it's about the crisis that is arising right now, whereby the floods has affected very many people, and there's going to be the repercussion over that. And now it is going to be the way that we are supposed to sensitize our own people to see the way they survive from these other floods. There's going to be famine and a lot of things. We have to see and sensitize them in the way they are supposed to adopt the ways of living, because this is what has reached us. We have to see the way of adopting in the ways of living. Then something that I'm so glad about is what I didn't know much is the power that a woman can have, like in a community, like can I talk about even in their homes, and what a woman could be capable of doing if he or she, if she was a leader, something of a kind. If a woman was a leader, like I can see there would be no much teenage pregnancies. Even these people, even these other street boys, street kids that we are seeing in the streets may not be so many to the extent they are right now. Because if a woman is there, a woman is having that empathetic heart, even that sympathetic heart, in the way that he will need to help. But right now, it is very bad. The situation is still out of hand. We need to involve women in the authoritative powers such that they are capable of saving the next generation.
I've learned so many things on women's rights. I myself, I didn't know all my rights, and I'm ready to go and exercise those rights. Down there to the villages, to those mamas, I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to train them, tell them on what to do. I'm happy. We talked about floods. I'm going to collect data collection to see the affected areas. We have been not having those committees in our villages, but I'm happy that ActionAid told us that those committees, they are supposed to be there at the village level. We have been having GBV, women are beaten down there, and we didn't know exactly where to go. Where can I take a step? Women are beaten, children are dumped. Men have run away out of their responsibilities. But I thank ActionAid so much because they have helped us. They have given us an eye. I can now train women. I know where to take them, and I know how to support them in each and every problem that they have.
I have learned a lot, especially in the empowerment of women. I have learned that I have a responsibility as a woman to defend fellow women, to defend fellow countrymen, and to have a voice for the voiceless. In this training, I've learned that a woman has power. Power can also be shifted from men to women, and women can make very, very good leaders. I have learned a lot that I have not been knowing, and I feel what I've learned here, things like having power to, power within, and power with, that is working with other people. I have power to exercise my own role that I have to do with other women in our community. I feel I will also go down to my community and help other women to be empowered